Certified Booktubers, I'm here with another video, and I just want to apologize. It's been a while since I have not been posting near as much as I would like to. I have read several books, and I have not done reviews on them yet. But I have been really sick with fighting the second round of the cold and flu, and I am just now feeling better. I just been real sick and tired from being sick, and but I'm definitely feeling better, back to feeling 100%. And I was kind of also struggling with what kind of video I wanted to do, as far as, because I've told you guys pretty much what I'm reading. I'm notorious, and I will say I'm notorious for picking up, right now, I probably have about 5 books going on. And I've been trying to finish up Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi, because I want to buddy read Witchwood with a awesome booktuber new friend of mine that I really enjoy her videos, Melissa over at Melissa and Barnsey Read. And also I tried to get back into the Mortal Instruments series, so I'm almost 200 pages into City of Glass. I'm reading, and then I've, kind of gone into reading some holiday stories. So I read the first story from Let It Snow by John Green, and a couple other authors. I forgot their names. And I'm reading The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Black? No, I'm sorry. I take that back. By Cynthia Hand. And there's my cat. One of them. Or more or less my wife's cat. That's Simca over there. She's a Link Point Siamese. She's our newest baby. But I'm reading that. I also started The Goblet of Fire, by the Harry Potter Goblet of Fire, because I wanted to try to read the rest after I had finished, because I have a little book club also, and our pick for December was I'll Give You the Sun, by, oh my gosh, I just read this too. I'm sorry, I cannot think of the author right off the top of my head right now, but it's called I'll Give You the Sun. I think Rick not Yancey, that's The Fifth Wave, never mind. I can't think of the name, but it's called I'll Give You the Sun, and I'll be doing a review on that. What else am I reading? So The Goblet of Fire, The Afterlife of Holly Chase. I can't talk. I started Let It Snow. I read the first story from that. I got other books going, and I also hauled some books. I need to do that. I need to show you guys what books I bought. Now, I know I got more than 3 going on. Maybe I just got the 3. But Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire, Holly Chase, and Let It Snow. I feel like I'm forgetting the biggest thing. But we'll go with that. But more or less, struggling with, trying to do a video, on different things, because you normally see in BookTube, you normally see wrap-ups, hauls, TBRs, yeah, City of Bones. I'm still trying to think what I'm So that's probably 4 books. Trying to think, but that's something I'm notorious for, and you can ask anybody that knows me. And I get a lot of questions like, "How do you do that?" It's like, I wonder myself sometimes, but but I've never had any issues with as far as getting confused with what I'm reading. So another thing I'm notorious for is I'll start painting my nails and not finish. I know, embarrassing. But anyway, I'm kind of, it's late at night and I'm kind of in a silly mood, but I don't know why I'm not reading, but I wanted to do a video on, and please tell me in the comments below, but I want to do a video on what book made you a reader. What book molded you into the reader that you are today? Pretty much, what book set the ground as far as you becoming a reader? And for me, that is going to be George Orwell's 1984. I have read this book, I kid you not, probably, I don't remember how many times, but quite a few times, and never get tired of it, and it only gets better. But this is a dystopian, and dystopia is probably one of my favorite genres. But this follows Winston, and it's set in a world where it's illegal to have thoughts, to even think. It's a classic, and in a lot of schools it's required reading. This was required reading for me in 12th grade English class. And this was introduced to me by one of my favorite teachers, that God rest her soul. She had recently passed away a few years ago, but her name was Elaine Bentley. And she was, I kid you not, one of my favorite teachers. I kid you not, I look forward to going to her class every day. I'd go early just to talk to her. But this is, like I said, this is 1984 by George Orwell, and it follows Winston in a world where everybody is watched, pretty much. He lives alone in every, I think I got something on the book. It may just be fingerprints, but it's in a world, everyone is watched. Everybody has in their home a telescreen. I mean, and that's what came the term Big Brother is watching you. And if you look on the back, it's got a quote from the book: "War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength." This is pretty much what they're taught to believe. And he works for a place called Newspeak, or that may be it has been a few years, and I am definitely due for a reread of this, so I'm just trying to remember. You would think I'd have this book memorized, but his job is to alter things, like in newspapers, anything that says anything negatively about the party that pretty much governs where he lives in Oceania. But I mean, it's kind of a hard book to actually explain. But I recommend going into this not knowing anything. But like I said, most of it is usually it was required reading for me, and I loved it. I mean, like I said, this book is what made me a reader. I can honestly say that, and I just wanted to talk about this book because I love it so much. And I mean, it's pretty scary at times. I mean, it gives you so many different emotions, but It gives you everything you could expect from a dystopia, though. I mean, I like it. It's a good book, and this is, when everybody wants a book recommendation, this is usually, you know, if they say dystopia, I'll usually ask them what genre they like, and if they say dystopia, this is probably the first thing I recommend. It is good about showing prints, I'll tell you that, because it's kind of like a matte finish. I like this is the latest, and it's a hardcover edition. It's black on the outside, but it's a good book. I like it. I think everybody should read this. But let me know what book made you into the reader that you are. And this book is exactly why I like dystopian books. Of course, I don't just like dystopia. I read other books, but this book really set the groundwork for me as far as me becoming a reader. And I think that my English teacher, Elaine, knew that, and I could just, because she, in class, she would say, like, well, read this chapter, we'll say one, like, I think the first day, she told us all to either check the book out at the library or get the book, which you can get a paperback for $5-6. And I think that's what I did. It was my first copy. It was a little paper. It was back that had the 1984. It was like black with 1984 in blue. And of course, we got to watch the movie in class. Yes, this book is a movie. So, but I strongly urge you to read the book first. Read the book first. But what did I want to say? Oh yeah, and I think that she knew how much I was enjoying this, and it just tickled her. I mean, it just made her so happy, because she would say, like, okay, everybody in class, read chapter 1 through such and such, and she could just I could glance up at her while I was reading it, and she could see how much I was enjoying it, and I think it was so rewarding for her, because I think she really enjoyed this, one of her favorite books, and she really had fun teaching, having us read this book. And I just, like I said, very good, sure, the story itself is, it's a good story, but it's not a happy story, and it doesn't have a happy ending by any means. And there's one quote in the book I want to show you that's always stuck with me. Let's see if I can find it. Just to give you an idea. Usually I can go right to it. I think it's towards the end of the book. It's after well, anyway, what happens is he meets this girl. They have this thing called 2 minutes, or how many minutes? 2 minutes hate, where they put this guy on a screen called Goldstein, and he supposedly is the enemy of the party. And I'm just trying to see. I'm pretty close to it. I know it's at the end. I should have I need to put a tab on this page because every time it gives me the chills every time I read it. But anyway, there's a thing called thought crime, and that's where where a lot of the I think what the party's trying to do is deteriorate the English language, like less and less and less, to where there's no English language at all, or no. It pretty much they're trying to get where everybody can't think, have their own thoughts and beliefs. Oh, anyway, here it is. In fact, I'm going to get a tab on it right now, if I can find one, to mark the place. Because this page, or this quote, has always stood out to me in this book. And I'm about to read it to you. I just enjoy talking about this book because, like I said, this is my all-time favorite book. But I'm gonna, here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head. What happens is, and I'm gonna warn you, there may be spoilers, is, he thinks he's in a secret place, that he's, made this arrangement with somebody where he can go and, you know, do whatever. Well, little does he know, in this room, he's staying up on, he meets with the girl that, you know, they fall in love, and, there's this shopkeeper where he bought a journal from, has a room that he tells him it doesn't have a telescreen in it. Well, come to find out it does. It's right behind a picture. Well, the last time they're together, the picture falls down, and lo and behold, there's a telescreen that has seen everything, heard everything. All of a sudden, and they're standing by the window, all of a sudden they hear, "You are the dead." And that's when he hears that quote, "Here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head." So anyways, needless to say, they get caught and they get sent to where they have their mind pretty much brainwashed or wiped of any memory, or, but anyway, this is a good book. Like I said, this book I have read several times, and I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share with you guys what book made me into a reader, and I guess that's it. I guess I'm gonna end it here, and I'll try to get a few more videos posted out this week. Excuse me. I'll try to get a few more videos posted out this week. I need to do a haul. I was supposed to do a haul on the signed books that all the signed books that I purchased at Barnes & Noble on Black Friday. Also, me and Melanie hauled a bunch of books yesterday that I need to show you guys what I got. But anyway, that's all for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll quit rambling about this book. But I just wanted to share with you. It's one of the books that I really enjoy and that I will always have in my library. But peace, love, books, and coffee. Until the next video. Shalom.